So, we're getting a divorce. But which one of us do you girls want to live with? Our eldest daughter, Sally, is the first one to respond. I want to live with Dad. What? My husband is shocked by these words. Our second daughter, Molly, continues. Me too. I want to stay with Dad. The twins also say they want to be with their father. Kevin is turning blue, hearing what his daughters are saying. If that's what the kids want, you have the responsibility to take care of them, you know. My name is Sarah, and I'm a 45-year-old office worker. I married Kevin when I was 25. There were many times when we would have arguments and we nearly got divorced, but it's been 20 years before we know it. The biggest reason we were able to stay together was probably because of the children. We don't have just one or two, but we have 4 kids. The oldest is in her senior year in high school, while our second daughter is a sophomore student. Our third and fourth daughters are twins, and they are currently in their 8th grade. I didn't expect we would have so many children, and that they'd all be girls, but they are all get along. And Kevin and I are doing well too, so we are a happy family. My daughters are all grown up and they can do everything by themselves, so I'm lucky I don't have to worry about them all the time. Thanks to them, I'm able to focus on work. The house we live in was originally owned by my grandfather, so we don't need to pay a rent or a loan. And as it is very spacious, there's no stress living there, even with this big family. The thing I am enjoying the most at the moment is watching my children grow up. Sally is applying for college and is studying hard, so I make her midnight snacks for when she studies late into the night. As our children have grown older, Kevin and I have managed to find some time on our own too. Until recently, it's been tough taking care of the kids, but now they help us with the chores, so Kevin and I have the time and energy to relax and have a few drinks together in the evening. We talk about each other's work and about our children's future. I feel we are spending our time very well. My husband used to work in a company and didn't allow him to take many days off, but he changed job a few years ago and now barely works overtime. Although he has to go to work on Saturday and Sundays at times, he seems very relaxed and he smiles more often than before.
Once Sally gets into uni, why don't we go on a vacation?
Kevin makes the suggestion happily while we are drinking together. He cares for the family, and I think he is an amazing husband. It is our 20th anniversary this year. The children had been saying they want to celebrate for us, and I'm very excited. However, something unexpected happened before this. One day, when we are all eating dinner together, my second daughter, Molly, is acting rather odd. She doesn't respond even when I talk to her, and it seems she has something on her mind. She's probably going through puberty, and I guess this is just natural. But I decide to go to her room and see how she is after dinner. Molly, can I come in? Mom? Is there something on your mind? You seemed a little odd today. Yeah. Let me know when you feel like talking. I'll listen to anything you want to say, okay? She is looking down, and I think she doesn't want to speak yet, so I start to leave. However, she stops me and says, Wait! I was about to open the door, so I close it again. Actually, she says, but she stops, and silence continues for a while. Maybe something happened at school. I am nervous as I wait for what she has to say next. Then she says something unexpected. I saw Dad walking with a woman I don't know. You what? Maybe it was someone from the office? No, I don't think so. They were walking arm in arm. Were they? I am at a loss for words. My husband having an affair? Even though we had no solid evidence if they were working arm in arm, there's no doubt that they are close. I'm sorry you had to see that. Why you're apologizing? You did nothing wrong, Mom. But you must have hated sitting at the table with Dad and eating dinner with them. Well, yeah. Thank you for telling me. That was a very brave thing to do. I'll look into it, okay? I feel so sorry for Molly and how she had to endure our family dinner with this knowledge. If Kevin is really cheating on me, it is unacceptable. If this is what he is doing behind my back while saying he wants to go to a family vacation, what is he thinking? Is he just acting the good father? In any case, I need to gather more evidence, so I reached out to a private detective. A few weeks later, I received the results. In conclusion, Kevin is having an affair. I am in shock. I think, deep down, I still wanted to believe him. I tell Molly about the results of the investigation, so she is in shock too. She really looked up to Kevin as a father, so I can only imagine how shocking this is for her. I can't believe it. Dad, Mom, you're divorcing him, right? Yes. Well, I have to speak to all of the girls to see what they want. I can't stand having a dad who cheats on you, Mom. Okay, I'll go and get everybody so we can talk. This day is a Saturday, and all the children are at home. Kevin is out, saying he has work, but I can't really be sure if it's work or something else. I tell my daughters about Kevin's affair, and they are all in shock and are disgusted. Unbelievable, Sally says, looking as if she could throw up. The twins, although only in junior high school, of course understand what an affair is too. Do you think I should divorce your dad? To answer my question, the children all nod yes, and they add that they will stay with me after the separation. If that's the case, there's no reason to continue my marriage. I decide to divorce Kevin. The same day, when Kevin is home, I tell him that we need to talk, and call him over the sofa in our living room. Kevin says that he has something he wants to say too, and before I say anything, he starts talking about his affair. I'm sorry. I've been having an affair. Huh? What? Why are you telling me this? She's pregnant. Excuse me? Pregnant? I'm so surprised I don't know what to say. I didn't expect him to willingly tell me about the affair, and I didn't even imagine that his lover can be pregnant. So, you're saying you want to be with this woman? Yeah. I'm sorry, Sarah. I want a divorce so that I can be with her. You can have custody of the children. Huh? Who does he think he is? Does he think he'll be forgiven if says I can keep the children? His tone seems apologetic, but what he's saying is a mess. You've got to be kidding me. Do you really think you can be so selfish? Don't think you can leave me that easily. Yeah, but she's pregnant. You're the ones who weren't being safe. You only have yourselves to blame. That has nothing to do with me. How can you say that? Anyway, I'm going to be with her. So, you think about it. With this, he starts packing his bags. Now that he's confessed his affair, he seems to have no shame in going to his lover's place. Once he leaves, the children came into the living room in a rage. What was that? He got his lover pregnant? I can't believe it. What was he on about? Talking about us like that? I hate him. My daughters are absolutely furious that their father made so many selfish claims and laughed, as they have known that I was going to ask Kevin for a divorce. They were all listening. I am beyond angry and am amazed at Kevin. Then the children start discussing something, and they make a suggestion to me. Really? Do you really want to do this? I am surprised at first, but I decide to trust my children and go with their plan. 1 week later, Kevin is back temporarily. Are you ready to get divorced now? My girlfriend's pregnant, so I want to marry her as soon as possible. I can only let out a sigh. And how selfish this man is. Okay, let's get a divorce. Great, thanks. Here are the divorce papers. He hands me the papers. As I sign them, I say, about custody. I'm going to let the girls decide. Huh? Kevin seems slightly nervous. Well, they'll say they want to be with you anyway. They wouldn't want to be with a father who had an affair and got that girl pregnant, would they? Oh, so you do understand that? Okay, let's get them to come here. What? I call the girls to the living room. We're discussing this now? Well, they already know. They know you had an affair, and they know you got her pregnant. Kevin looks awkwardly around the room. I'm sure he must be scared that the children will scold him. They come in, and I ask them a question. So, we are getting a divorce, but which one of us do you girls want to live with? Our eldest daughter, Sally, is the first one to respond. I want to live with Dad. What? My husband is shocked by these words. Our second daughter, Molly, continues. Me too. I want to stay with Dad. The twins also say they want to be with their father. Kevin is turning blue, hearing what his daughters are saying. Wait a second. Why do you all want to come with me? Why do you care? We just do. The children don't answer their father's question properly, but they forcefully say that we'll stay with them. If that's what the kids want, you have the responsibility to take care of them, you know? No way. So Kevin is taking care of our 4 daughters. As I own the house that we have been living in, he has to move out. When he told his new wife Jennifer about the children, she was quite angry. But it seems he persuaded her somehow, and they start living in an apartment with 4 bedrooms. Kevin and I get a divorce, and both my ex-husband and his new wife paid me a compensation. As for child support, because Kevin has proper income, there's no need for me to pay anything. The children come to stay at my house during the weekend, but apart from that, they live in the new apartment that Kevin has rented. It has been about 2 months since then, and it seems that the girls are going forward with their plan. Kevin and Jennifer seem to have reached a limit, and they come storming to my house.
Oh, were the girls always like that? They are so selfish. We can't stand it anymore.
He is screaming. Jennifer is emotional too.
How in the world did they end up growing up like that? They complain to me every single day.
In my mind, I am laughing very hardly, but I keep my cool and respond. What are you talking about? They're all very nice girls. They helped around the house when they were living with me. And they never complained about anything.
What do you mean, very nice girls? They won't eat anything I cook. The rooms are a mess thanks to them. And what about the after-school classes that they take? Why is it so expensive? And cram school and tuition fees too.
That's none of my business too. You two have to raise them. So you need to take responsibility.
We've had to find a place with 4 bedrooms thanks to all of them moving in, you know. It's completely over my budget.
You only have yourself to blame, don't you? And besides, Sally and Molly share a room, and so do the twins. You two are in one room, and then you have a room for the baby, right? The girls wanted a room each, but they are happy to share, so you should be grateful.
That's not what I'm saying.
Whatever. You're the one who had an affair in the first place, and I really can't believe you would have a relationship with a 20-year-old girl. She's only 2 years older than Sally. Unbelievable. You're the one who betrayed me, so you have no right to say anything to me. Please, can you leave now? I try to end the conversation, and Kevin and Jennifer suddenly start to panic.
Wait, please, wait! I came here to say, I want you to take them back. We can't cope with it any longer.
It seems these two can't bear the children's behavior anymore. Well, okay, if you say so. I felt sorry for them for having to live with someone as terrible as you to begin with. But you're going to pay child support until all of them come of age, okay?
What? No way. That's gonna be so expensive with 4 girls.
Well, they can live with you then.
Okay.
Kevin reluctantly accepts to pay child support. Then, Jennifer is suddenly furious at him.
Wait a second. No, I thought it was just a compensation. But in addition to that, we're in this terrible state, and we're gonna have to pay the child support too? I want a divorce. I'm not going to be poor. What? Wait a moment. What about the baby? There is no baby. Huh? I thought if I said I was pregnant, you would get divorced and I could marry you, and that I would be able to live with a wealthy life. Instead, we're heading towards a life of death. This is unbelievable. Goodbye. I'm never seeing you again.
With this, Jennifer leaves the house on her own. Kevin is frozen with shock. I tell him to leave, but he looks back at me, and I can tell he is about to say something. So I say, or I'm calling the police. With that, I can tell he doesn't want any more trouble, so he panics and runs out of the house. Later, I go through official procedures to reclaim custody of my children, and I request child support to Kevin. He pays a compensation as well as expensive rent, so it must be very tight for him. But I am definitely going to make him pay, and I will never forgive him. His monthly payment seems to be the great burden to him, so he has no money left to do anything else. So it seems he is struggling to just get by every month. Serves him right. The girls are glad to hear that he is suffering. We're going to make you happy. That's what they would say to me, and I am already happy by just hearing this. It is going to be a rough road as a single mother, but I know I can make it through with these wonderful girls. To make sure that they can do what they want to do, I'm going to work hard and protect them with everything that I have. It's disgusting to think Kevin had an affair with a girl around the age of his daughter. I love the way the children stuck together, though. It feels good, the way they cause trouble for the dad and his lover. I hope Sarah and her daughters continue to help each other and live as a happy family. Thanks for sticking around until the end. Please subscribe to our channel if you enjoyed this video, and see you in the next one.